So following the news that Duncan Gibbs is set to take over the CEO and Managing Director roles at Gold Road Resources following the retirement of Ian Murray, let's speak to Tim Netscher, the Non-Executive Chairman of the Gold Road Resources Board. And Tim, why is now a good time to replace the CEO?
Yeah, so it's an excellent time to replace the CEO. First off, from Ian's perspective, Ian has been CEO of this company for quite a few years. It's a very demanding role, 24/7. I personally have done it some 5-6 years ago when I moved on from the Chief Executive of an ASX 200 company to become a Non-Executive Director. So I fully understand Ian's position in that regard. From our company's perspective, we are moving on to the next phase of our exciting development, which includes completing the construction of the GRIO project, moving into commissioning of that very large-scale mine and processing plant, and then into steady-state production, all of which at Tropicana, Duncan has had first-hand experience in. I might add as well that this is the first occasion in my long career where I've had the luxury of the time to first off find an outstanding successor for Ian, and then for Ian and Duncan to overlap for as long as is necessary to ensure a smooth transition.
Let's talk a bit about what Ian's actually done at the company over the last decade or so. What do you think his legacy is?
So one can look back and there's just a host of things that achievements that Ian has made over there, ranging through the transaction with Goldfields, bringing them in as joint venture partners, developing the GRIO project, moving the company from a company that had a market cap of $10-20 million to $600 million as it is today, and all of the things that needed to be done to track from that small beginning to where we are today. But what sticks in my mind the most is that, and I've learned a lot from Ian in this regard personally, is that this company has never been short of funds to do things properly. So if you think back to a junior company going through taking the GRIO project from discovery through to construction like we've done now, through all the study phases, scoping study, pre-feasibility study, feasibility study, the metallurgical test work that had to go on. We were never short of funds, we never had to cut corners. And my experience with a lot of the junior companies is they do run short of funds and they cut corners, and that comes back to bite them in due course. We are not in that position, and that in my mind is Ian's legacy.
Okay, let's talk about the future and Duncan Gibbs, who's the incumbent in this role. What does he bring to Gold Road Resources?
Yeah, so Duncan has personally and had first-hand experience in doing all the things which we are about to embark on. So completing the building of the project, commissioning the project, and then into steady-state production. And that is really important for our next phase of development. And some people might say, well, Goldfields is the manager, why can't they do that? And the fact of the matter is we're joint venture owners of the project. We work very well and collaboratively with Goldfields, and it's really important as one moves into these important next stages of our development that we react to problems proactively. So rather than reacting, we foresee what's coming up and we deal with them in a proactive manner. And Duncan having done this before, is in the ideal position to do it again with us. But it's also important that we look after our interests. So whether Goldfields is operating or not, we need to look after our interests in this project. And Duncan comes from a tremendous position of strength in the knowledge that he has in being able to look after our interests. That aside, looking further to the future, we have we're intending to make our next discovery, and the board is absolutely determined that that next discovery will be developed by us. So with GRIO, for good, sound risk management reasons, we brought in Goldfields as joint venture partner. The next deposit is going to be developed, built, and operated by us. And Duncan is the ideal person to lead that.
Tim, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.